Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and I am back. I want to make a denim and daisies journal. So if you remember last week, I picked up this little girl skirt from a thrift store, and over the last couple days I took it all apart. I've ironed, starched. I mean, there's some picking of little pieces of thread that's going to happen, but a lot of that's going to be not used. So I have some, what do you call this? Quilt bat. It's or maybe it's a felt. It's felt. I felt it and I thought, that's not quilt bat. But I got it for $1.50 at the thrift store, so it's a big hunk. Let me just move the denim. Okay. So I think I can get at least 2 journal covers out of this. So I'm going to grab an envelope. I don't know why. I mean, I could use anything in the whole wide world, but I'm going to use this. And I'll just use this glue. Probably because I've seen this technique done by Gail Agostinelli many times for her soft cover journals. I can put that right up on the edge. No sense in wasting it. So let's do another one. A couple weeks ago I did a technique where I used all of a doily. This time I want to use all of the skirt. I'm just cutting around the perimeter. I could use scissors, but I have the technology to use a rotary cutter, so here we are. A little difficult to maneuver. So, first weekend of August here in Canada. It's a long weekend, I believe, for all of the provinces. I think it's called probably different things. We just call it Civic Holiday in Ontario. I feel like I think they maybe tried to make Simcoe Day work at one point. I don't know. It's gonna be not the best weather, I don't think. Lots of hot, humid, sticky weather with thunderstorms. Okay, there's one. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock the camera. hear Doug is padding around up there. He mentioned something about breakfast. Out. I should probably remind him. Okay, I'll just toss that over there for now. Okay. So I'm going to fold this in half so I know where the center is. Let's start attaching, or at least setting it out. Okay. As I mentioned, I do enjoy the patches that were on this skirt. So I removed the stitching, but I'm going to wrap that darker edge over, and then I'm going to replace the stitching. I want to make sure that I get it I'm going to draw a line. Oops. I've got these little clippy things here. Okay, I hear him approaching. I'm just going to pause so I can warn him. Okay. Now there was a patch right here that I took off in order to take this apart here. I want to take these threads out. There we go. I haven't glued this down, just the edge. Now, here's another patch. This might not have been an actual patch. This might just be a discoloration. Or, not a discoloration, but like here, that's stitched. This is an actual patch. Do you know what? might like that. And then I'll put and then like that. That works for me. Okay. Let me move this out of the way for a second. And glue that back down. Like that. And this glue back where it came from. I'm going to sew this before I do any more gluing. Let me put that aside. So on this one, I'm going to cut some of this edge off. Okay, so I'm going to switch out my thread so it's a nice light blue like this one, and sew this double row of stitching. All right, that's sewn right there. I'm going to put this pocket right in this corner. this will be going just like that. I do want to keep this pocket open. Do I? This one will be open for sure. And I wish I could pull it right down here, but I need to bring it up. I better get that off before I've got it permanently glued, because I need enough at the top to cover it. Let's bring it down 1/2 inch. That's gonna be fun. I'll just put that there for a minute. Okay, this will be good now. But what I want to do is put some eyelet lace around that edge of the pocket. I'm just going to cut it off. This is old. It has rust marks in it. Maybe I'll put a little clip on the end. Part of this pocket is probably going to be cut away, but that's okay. Oops. Now there's a curve here, so I will have to do some maneuvering. Oh, scissors. Oh, well, these aren't the ones I wanted, but okay, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of, these are definitely not the ones I want. Do a little bit of clipping to ease my lace around that corner. I also want to mention, if you're doing something like this, look in the baby section or the children's section at the thrift store for some denim, because it's going to be thinner than adult jeans. for the most part, I would say. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to follow this old stitch line and do a double row of stitching there. Ruffle is stitched. Now I'm just trying to plan. Okay. Okay, I'm going to press this and do a double line of stitching here. Maybe I'll wait until I've got this attached before I do the stitching. But I definitely am going to press this seam, or I guess it's a hem in this case, and cut the excess off. Open that up and oops. Just leaving a 1/2 inch. Okay. Okay, now before I do anything else there, get some of this glued down. Oops. Oops. You could do some slow stitching on here and totally make a like a hippie sort of vibe, right? Some of the bulk out of there. Whoa. Got more glue than I wanted, I think. I'm just going to wrap that around the envelope. Again with the glue, Nancy. When you're sewing the denim, make sure you lengthen your stitch. I've got mine set at 3.0. And go slow where there's extra bulk. Don't try to whiz through that because you will, well, your machine probably won't like it. Whoop! Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to remove some of the bulk. If you want to put some fray check on there, you can. I'm okay. I think the PVA will, for the most part, hold the threads down. Okay, make sure that's flat. So I'm going to square this up with the edge of the pocket there. Half an inch. All right. I'm going to do a double row of stitching there. That part's done. I will cut some of this off at the bottom. I'm not going to cut that yet. I think I will sew around this edge with a double line of stitching before I situate this. It'll just be easier to get underneath where the lace will lie. Okay, now I want to reduce the bulk under that patch. So I'll cut away some of that. And trim off this excess. Trim off some of that. What else can I get rid of? I want to make sure this stays glued. Oops. Okay. Now, I want to find the center of the back. It's right there. Here's the waistband. And I'm going to cut the buttonhole part and put a button there. I think I'll go this far. So I had picked this apart to get the waistband off. So I'm going to put that there, and then it will come across there with a button, leaving a little bit of room. Not a ton though. But first I have to put these these stitches back in. Gosh, that's going to be quite a feat, isn't it? All right, here I go. Okay, stitches have been removed. I've knotted here the two threads, brought them both to the same side, and I've put this through needles because I don't want to cut the threads short. So I'm just going to hide the ends of the thread in the buttonhole band here, so that nothing comes untied, unstitched, that I don't want to come unstitched. Okay, so I want I guess I got to put that edge down first, and then I'll glue that on. So let me work on that. Well, now I'm worried about that. I didn't leave enough here. Mm-hmm. I glued that pocket shut. I'm going to glue this pocket too, so nothing gets lost in the lining. Okay, doing a lot of huffing and puffing. corner in. So you see how this is going together? Just have to, it's not hard. You just have to go slow and consider each step. All right. Now, that's the halfway point. I'm not going to sew anything for a minute because I want to think about how else I would like to decorate this front. And I also want to do the inside lining. Whoops. Don't get crazy now, Nance. Let me just put that aside. Okay, I got another envelope here. Close that. Now I'm not going to use the entire envelope as a template for the lining. I'm going to cut off a hair's breadth. Just a whisker on all four sides, and then it will be one layer of paper, but it's going to be perfect. For using as a backing for the fabric I'm going to put inside. Now, I am not sure what I'm going to use. I have a pillowcase that has some embroidery on it, and that might be nice. I'll have to grab that. let me see about grabbing that lining. Okay, here's what I found. I'm going to put the birds up near the top, so I have folded it over, and I'm going to use a little bit of glue. Cut off this extra bit. You've seen me cover the inside cover with fabric many, many times. So it's the same sort of idea, except instead of a piece of file folder, I'm using this front of an envelope. Got glue all over the place. One of those whiskers just came at me. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some more fabric at the bottom. I might cover that. I was thinking I would do, this is a piece of old eyelet lace. I wonder if I did it like this and then folded it up. No, I think I need to add a strip there of this. not overlapping, I'm just butting it up. How did I cut that too short? Could somebody tell me how I did that? Oh man. I think I'm just going to do some zigzag over that. All right, I've cut a piece of this eyelet, and I've just finger pressed that. I'm going to glue this strip of fabric down here, but first I'm going to press the finger pressed edge. I can cut off the extra because I'm going to need a little more fabric here to patch that. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough. What you doing, Dada? Yeah?
What?
I said, what you doing, Dada?
Laundry.
Oh yeah, we don't have any laundry soap.
What?
We don't have any laundry soap.
I know, so I'm not doing laundry. Until later, when I get some soap.
Okay. I'm going to be ready to go out for breakfast soon. I know. I am. But I'll be ready soon.